We're back with Matt's Top 3, and today we're working on our parts car.
This car is a huge step forward in our process, and because of the sticker, I named him Gene. Now, the first thing I wanted to do was just work on getting the hood off, because eventually this motor is going to have to come out. But because I practiced on the original Mustang, this was a piece of cake. Because it's on a hill right now, it's not super safe to jack up, and eventually I want to move it back there, but I decided why not. Really, I just wanted to see if the tires would move, and they did not. But while the car was up, I decided I would just be pretty sneaky and try to get underneath to take a look at the frames, and these are in way better condition than our Mustang is. The idea is to use these frames as patches for our Mustang, or we could just take the entire thing and add it instead. Regardless of what we end up doing, this is exactly what I wanted to see. So I dropped the car, and after I took out a couple other things that I had found underneath, I decided it was time to try and check the front. This was pretty dicey considering I was on a downhill, but I wanted to make sure that I could actually look at the front frames, which were being hidden by the wheels, and they looked pretty good. So after checking everything out, I decided it was time to start working on taking apart this engine. This is the next huge step we have to do for the parts car and getting this out, because eventually I want to move it up to the garage so we can make this process a lot easier. So after fighting with the carburetor for longer than I'd like to admit, I decided to cut all of the lines so that the only thing holding the engine down would be the motor mounts underneath. But once this was all taken care of, this was the state of our engine bay, which gave me a lot of confidence to be able to actually pull this engine soon. Now, the next day I came back with some PB Blaster because a lot of these other engine components were just not coming off. I figured removing these bits would make it easier for me to actually remove the engine, so I sprayed the alternator and got the motor mounts as well so that they could sit in it for a bit. Which left only one thing left to do for prepping, which was just trying to get these little arms out of the way so that I would have enough clearance to actually pull the engine out. I've never actually pulled an engine from a car that was actually mounted in, because last time our engine was just sitting on some 2x4s. So I went from side to side, making sure to replace the bolts because I'm fairly certain that these connect to the shocks and the suspension, and I really wouldn't want to do anything to that to make it not work. Finally, I tried pulling some more engine pieces, and yeah, this wasn't happening. So we leave Gene like this, and hopefully we can pull the engine so we could get it back up to the garage.
Follow this page as I attempt to complete one of my top 3.